They may be small, but they know kung fu. Okay guys, here is my movie review of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. This movie's been one of my favorites, one of my favorite movies, period, since I first saw Star Wars when I was 3 years old. So it's always going to hold a special place in my heart. As such, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm going to try and give an honest review now. The story is, Luke and Leia infiltrate Jabba the Hutt's palace to rescue Han Solo, and Luke finds out that Vader was telling him the truth when he told him, "I am your father." Yoda dies, so Luke has to go on basically alone and confront his fears, which means Darth Vader in this case. But Luke, sensing the good in Darth Vader, hesitates on killing him. He also finds out that Leia is his sister. Ugh, he kissed his sister! Okay, fine. They didn't know. I'll give them a pass for that, poor guys. My favorite character in Return of the Jedi is still Luke. I feel so bad for him, though. He goes through Mustafar. I mean... he loses his other teacher, Yoda. Finds out that he kissed his sister. Almost gets electrocuted to death. And then loses his father within minutes of having him turn good again. Poor Luke. But on the bright side, he has family now. He has a sister, and he's got good friends, and he's got a good future ahead of him. At least, so we think. I don't know what's going to happen in Episode 7. I don't want to jinx anything. Funniest moment in Episode 6 is, again, a toss-up. There's a lot of hilarious moments in there. Most of them concern the Ewoks. I don't see what the problem anyone else has with them. They're adorable, they're hilarious, and they kick butt. So, what's the problem with them? Is it just because they're cute? Some people. Absolute funniest moment in Episode 6 has to be when they find out that they are to be the main course at a banquet in 3PO's honor, the Golden God, and the Ewoks are stacking firewood. They go this... Oh my gosh, that song is so funny! That's great. Saddest moment in Episode 6 is undoubtedly the death of Anakin. I'm not going to call him Darth Vader because after he tossed Emperor Wrinkly Face down the shafts, he was once again Anakin Skywalker, and he turned back to the light, and when he dies, it's just, like I said, Luke finds his dad, and he turns back to the good. It's honestly his father, and Luke looks like he's looking forward to forming a connection with him, doing something, and he dies. It's just, it legitimately made me cry this time. Poor Luke. The best overall moment in Episode 6, I don't know. It has to be a toss-up between when Jabba's sail barge blows up, awesome explosion, or when the second Death Star blows up, or when Emperor Palpatine gets tossed down the shaft. We were watching poor Luke get zapped, have the life zapped out of him by the Emperor, and he's crying, pleading for help, and Vader looks down, and the way he tilts his head, he's just, the compassion comes back, and he looks at the guy like, okay, fine, you're done. He picks him up, tosses him over. Every time that happens, I go, yes! Best acting, the acting in Episode 6, sadly, was a little bit less up to par than it was in Episode 5. Irvin Kershner really knew how to get the best out of their actors, but in Episode 6 the acting fell a little bit flat. Luke seemed kind of monotone at times, even though I still love his character. I think the best acting in this one was the Ewoks. They did really well for what they were given. And Wicket in particular shines. Probably because Warwick Davis is just a genius. He's so good in working in costume, and of course he's really good just acting in Willow. So he's a good actor. Best new track of music is a toss-up between Land of the Ewoks, Luke and Leia, or what was the other one? The end theme from the special edition. The music in the whole movie is beautiful. I also love the battle thing, you know. Bum bum ba da bottom, bum bum ba da bottom, bum bum ba da bottom, bottom bottom bottom. Best one-liner, probably again, it's Han Solo. They get pulled up into the net, and Han's like, "Great, Chewie, great. Always thinking with your stomach." Also, he's, "Hey, it's me." You know, Han Solo's got the best lines. I look forward to seeing what kind of lines he has in Episode 7. Plot holes. The biggest one that bugs me about Episode 6 is the fact that in Episode 3, Padme died when Luke and Leia were born. And she, you know, touched Luke a little bit. She sort of stroked the top of his arm a little bit. And why Leia should have memories of her mother and Luke didn't, that makes no sense whatsoever. Can someone explain that for me? And don't say it's the Force. Luke discovered the Force way before Leia did. He was way stronger in the Force than apparently she was. I mean, I don't know if she could become a Jedi or not. She's got the potential, I guess. But, why? That's just, something doesn't add up. I mean, she must have been putting pieces together in her head from holograms, maybe? I don't know. Things I didn't like about Episode 6, I think I mentioned the biggest one, and like I said, the acting fell a little bit flat. I don't have a problem with the Ewoks. I love the furry little buggers. And the effects were really, really good. Every single one of them, except for a little bit of the compositing, held up perfectly. So there's not a lot of problems I have with Episode 6. Okay, the final score for Return of the Jedi, I give the acting a 7 out of 10, about the same as New Hope. The action gets a 9 out of 10. It's very, very good. Music is another 9 out of 10. Excellent. Story, perfect. The path to redemption that Darth Vader takes and the tying up of the loose ends is perfect. So the story gets a 10 out of 10. Overall score for Return of the Jedi ends up being a 7.75 out of 10. Anyway, that's been my review of Episode 6. I'm going to come back in a minute and finish up my counting down to Episode 7 vlog. See you later.